Hello, WWE wrestling fans. Welcome to the very first WWE pay-per-view recap of 2022 right here on Pro Wrestling 101 here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I'm your host, WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale. Today, I am going to be recapping and reviewing the awesome pay per view that kickstarted 2022 for WWE. The very first pay per view to air on New Year's Day in WWE history. It was WWE Day 1, and it happened this past Saturday in Atlanta, Georgia. And I have to say, it was one of the best pay per views in recent history. I really, truly enjoyed WWE Day 1. So kudos to WWE and Vince McMahon for putting together an awesome pay per view on New Year's Day. Now, I am going to be honest with you. When I first heard the news that WWE was doing a pay per view on New Year's Day, I thought it wasn't going to be successful. I thought it would be a poor attended pay per view, a poor watched pay per view, and I thought not a lot of people were going to be interested in it. But the arena was jam packed, and a majority of the people that watched at home enjoyed WWE Day 1, myself included. So Vince and WWE started off 2022 the right way with WWE Day 1. And rumors are that WWE Day 1 will be a tradition that will be happening each year. So I already look forward to WWE Day 1 2023. That's how good this year's WWE Day 1 was. Now, Day 1 did face a little bit of challenge because just hours before the event, WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns tested positive for COVID 19. So, with Reigns testing positive for COVID 19, Vince and the WWE had to scramble and they had to put together a new main event. And Vince did a great job. He still wanted to use Brock Lesnar because he was paying Brock Lesnar to be in Atlanta, Georgia for Day 1. So Vince came together with a great idea and he added Brock Lesnar to the WWE Championship match, and he made that the main event for WWE Day 1. It was a fatal five-way for the WWE Championship, and it included WWE Champion Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and now it included Brock Lesnar. That was a great pay-per-view main event. I really enjoyed that. And there were some other awesome moments in WWE Day 1 2022. So today we're going to recap all of those amazing moments, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my favorite matches and my overall review of WWE Day 1 2022. So I want to thank everybody that's watching this video live and also watching the replay of today's video. I really, really appreciate that. Sorry, I had a piece of gum stuck in my mouth. I had to go. But anyways, I appreciate everybody that is watching today's video. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. So, WWE fans, how did you like WWE Day 1? What are your thoughts on WWE Day 1? Let me know in the comments. And because I want to kick off 2022 with a bang here on Pro Wrestling 101, you are welcome to come live on the video and give me your WWE Day 1 thoughts. So here is the link to my studio. All you have to do is click that link right there, and you can come on the show and give me your WWE Day 1 thoughts and your review of WWE Day 1. So that link right there is what you can click to join me live. It's on the YouTube description and also the Facebook description as well. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this show started. And I'm going to start by giving out the WWE Day 1 2022 results. So the pre-show match was a tag team match between Sheamus and Ridge Holland against Cesaro and Ricochet. And Ridge Holland got busted open in this match to start the pay-per-view pre-show. So in the end, Sheamus and Ridge Holland were able to defeat Cesaro and Ricochet by pinfall. The first match of the evening was the Usos defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the New Day, and the Usos successfully defeated the New Day to retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This was a hard-fought back-and-forth match. There was moments of time where I thought the New Day were going to become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and there were moments where I thought the Usos were going to win. But in the end, the Usos did successfully retain their Tag Team Championships. This was one of the longer matches of the pay-per-view, but it started the pay-per-view off with a bang. It got fans interested in the upcoming matchups. Drew McIntyre defeated Madcap Moss with Happy Corbin by pinfall. RK Bro successfully defeated the Street Profits to retain their Raw Tag Team Championships. Edge defeated The Miz with Maryse by pinfall after Beth Phoenix returned to even the odds and take care of Maryse. Edge hit a spear to score the pinfall. Becky Lynch defeated Liv Morgan by pinfall, and she retained her WWE Raw Women's Championship. And in the main event, the Fatal 5-Way, Brock Lesnar defeated Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley to become the brand new WWE Champion. So those are your WWE Day 1 2022 results. So what I really like about WWE Day 1 is that it creates an interesting path for the Royal Rumble and an even better interesting scenario for the road to WrestleMania, because now we think, how is Brock Lesnar, the WWE Champion, going to main event WrestleMania with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns? Do we get a title for title match at WrestleMania 38 Night 2 like they had with Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 35? That could very well happen because WrestleMania is in Texas and WWE likes to do things big in Texas. Or does Brock Lesnar drop the WWE Championship to Bobby Lashley or Big E at the Royal Rumble or the Saudi Arabia event before WrestleMania? So that is what I like about WWE Day 1, that they were able to turn a negative situation with Roman Reigns getting COVID into a positive situation with Brock Lesnar winning the WWE Championship. And now Vince is really screwing with WWE fans' minds, because now WWE fans are wondering how Brock Lesnar is going to head into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion and still challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. So that is awesome. and that is a way to start 2022. So now I'm going to talk about my overall thoughts on WWE Day 1 2022. This pay-per-view from start to finish was awesome. I loved it. There was a lot of great action, a lot of great storytelling in the ring, and the feuds that were undergoing on this pay-per-view were awesome. The Usos and the New Day delivered a classic tag team matchup for the SmackDown Championships. I thought it was a great tag team match to start the first pay-per-view of 2022. I thought for a second that the New Day was going to get another title reign, but thank God that the Usos successfully retained. And I'm not a fan of the Usos, and I'm not a fan of the New Day either. Quite frankly, I am sick and tired of seeing the Usos and the New Day tag team champions. It has become overdone now. I think the Usos and the New Day would be better off doing other feuds. They don't need to be tag team champions for a long, long time. And that is just my personal opinion. But their match to kick off WWE Day 1 was awesome. I do think it is time to disband and break up the New Day. Big E is a singles competitor, so Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods should go back to being single characters as well. Their comedy isn't funny anymore. They're becoming outdated. They're becoming old and broken down, and I just don't like the New Day anymore. So they need to break up this year, and hopefully one of them turns heel. Probably Xavier Woods because he is a king, and WWE likes to make king characters heel. So it's only a matter of time before Xavier Woods turns on Kofi Kingston, I feel. So Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss got more time than I thought it would get, but in the end, it was a victory for Drew McIntyre to make him look strong heading into WrestleMania 38 season, and of course, the Royal Rumble. Now, Drew McIntyre was written off of WWE television during the pay-per-view as he was attacked by Baron Corbin in a backstage segment. So this was WWE's way of getting him off television so that he can heal whatever neck issues he has going on. So WWE is going to allow Drew McIntyre to take some time to heal up. And we'll probably see Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. And he has a shot of winning his second career Royal Rumble this year. I have a feeling that he may be added to the WrestleMania 38 main event between Reigns and Lesnar. That could be a very strong possibility. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, they had a Raw Women's Championship match. Nothing memorable happened for this match for me. I'm not a fan of either superstar, but I think they did a good job with the story that they are building. I was wondering what happened to Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn Intercontinental Championship match, but it turns out that Shinsuke also got diagnosed with COVID prior to WWE Day 1, so that in itself is interesting. But RK Bro and the Street Profits, another awesome tag team match. I think it's only a matter of time before the tag team of RK Bro breaks up. I think either Orton or Riddle is going to turn heel, and they're going to have a match at WrestleMania 38. It'll probably happen in February or March, just before the WrestleMania pay-per-view. But I think we're going to see a lot of RK Bro versus the Street Profits after WWE Day 1 because I think Vince likes the Street Profits, and he wants to give Montez Ford a big push. But first, Montez Ford has to prove himself as a tag team superstar. and I think Vince is going to continue to shove the Street Profits down our throat. But I have to admit, the Street Profits have grown on me, and they're becoming one of my personal favorite tag teams of this generation. Edge and The Miz, they had a great match. I thought this was going to be a victory for The Miz. And the way this match progressed, it looked like the heel Miz was going to get a victory. When Maryse got involved and sprayed Miz or hit Miz or sprayed Edge or hit Edge with whatever she used, I thought after that skull crushing finale that Miz hit on Edge would be the end of the match. But to my surprise, they brought Beth Phoenix in pretty early. Beth Phoenix came out. She chased off Maryse. Edge hit the Miz with a spear and won the match. So that started the feud of Edge and Phoenix versus the Miz and Maryse. It is awesome seeing the Glamazon Beth Phoenix back in the WWE where she belongs. I think she has a couple matches left in her, and I can't wait to see her get her hands on Maryse and beat the diva out of Maryse. Because that's all Maryse is a diva. She is not a female wrestler. She is a diva, in my personal opinion. But in the generation where she wrestled, divas were the thing. 2022, divas are not. We have superstars like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and pretty soon Ronda Rousey, who is my favorite female wrestler of all time. So I'm interested to see where Edge and Phoenix and Miz and Maryse goes. They have an upcoming match at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. We'll see where that match goes, who wins that match, and if their feud continues. Maybe we get some sort of stipulation match at WrestleMania or something of those lines. I'm trying to think of what other matches that I had my thoughts on. We'll go straight to the main event, the most important match, the WWE Championship match, the Fatal Five-Way. And I think this was the first Fatal Five-Way in a long time. And it had the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. It had the WWE Champion, Big E. It had the Architect, Seth Rollins. It had Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens. The match only lasted 8 minutes, but it's not about the length of the match. It was the quality of the match, and the quality in itself was good. There was a lot of high spots and a lot of actions in this match, from Bobby Lashley spearing Brock Lesnar through the barricade, from Brock Lesnar F5ing everybody except for Bobby Lashley putting the Hurt Lock on Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar finally F5ing Big E to win the WWE Championship. But Brock Lesnar got no offense on Bobby Lashley. He got zero offense on Bobby Lashley, and that's by design because at the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar will be defending his WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. So those who were clamoring for a Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley feud are finally getting what they want, because at the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar takes on Bobby Lashley for the WWE title. I myself am not really a fan of Bobby Lashley. He hasn't really had that many memorable moments in his career besides winning the WWE Championship in his program with Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. That's it. But a lot of people like him. He is still a good wrestler. So I'm interested to see what direction WWE goes in with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. So those are my overall thoughts on WWE Day 1, 2022. So it was an awesome pay-per-view in my book. Now let's talk about the best matches of WWE Day 1. The first best match is the match between the rated R superstar Edge and The Miz. Edge and The Miz put on a clinic and one hell of a great match. It was back and forth, and I thought that The Miz was going to get a victory on Edge, but Edge was able to win after a distraction by the Glamazon Beth Phoenix and after delivering a spear to put down The Miz. So Edge and Miz, two great superstars, put on a great match at WWE Day 1. So I really enjoyed that match. That was my first favorite match. And then, obviously, I would say that the Usos and the New Day was up there as one of the best matches of WWE Day 1. It was one of the best opening pay-per-view matches in recent history. Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch was a decent match, but it's starting to prove that Liv Morgan does belong on the main roster. But obviously, my favorite match is the main event where Brock Lesnar became the WWE Champion again. Obviously, I would rather have Brock Lesnar as the Universal Champion, but when things have to change, it's for the better. And I think Brock Lesnar having the WWE title makes for a more better story for WrestleMania when Lesnar goes one-on-one with Reigns, if that happens. And maybe Reigns and the Usos can cost Lesnar the WWE Championship. All right, my last topic for today and for the first pay-per-view recap of 2022. What grade do I give WWE Day 1? I give WWE Day 1 an A+. It was a freaking awesome pay-per-view. I loved it. I enjoyed watching it. And more than likely, I will watch it on replay because I like to watch pay-per-views that I think are awesome over and over again. All right, guys. Now with WWE Day 1 behind us, we get ready for the biggest pay-per-view of January. It kickstarts the road to WrestleMania, and I'm talking about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. WWE Royal Rumble 2022 airs on a Saturday this year, Saturday, January 29th, 2022, from the Dome in, I think it's St. Louis. I could be wrong on the city. I don't have the information in front of me, but it's going to be in a very cool arena. So there are a couple of announced matches for the Royal Rumble. And I just spoke about one of them earlier. The first announced match for the Royal Rumble is the WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar defends his newly won WWE title against Bobby Lashley. And Edge and Beth Phoenix take on The Miz and Maryse in a mixed tag team match. So that should be an incredible match. And a couple of superstars have already announced their entry into the Royal Rumble match. Get this, Johnny Knoxville is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. Johnny Knoxville is going to be in the men's Royal Rumble match. What a wasted entry. Really, WWE, you put Johnny Knoxville in there? Stupid. But Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio have announced their entries into the WWE Royal Rumble. I think this will be either Dominic's first or second Royal Rumble match. And Austin Theory will be in the Royal Rumble match as Vince McMahon added him to the Royal Rumble match. So I look forward to the Royal Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble, folks, because the Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. I probably would say it's my second favorite pay-per-view. My first favorite, obviously, is WrestleMania. So, this will mark my very first Royal Rumble season. And here on Pro Wrestling 101, right here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel, all throughout the month of January, I'm going to be having top 10 countdowns talking about Royal Rumble subjects. So the road to WWE Royal Rumble 2022 begins this Sunday. And this Sunday, I will talk about the 10 best WWE Royal Rumble match returns and debuts. Then I'll also talk about the top 10 Royal Rumble matches. I will give predictions for the Royal Rumble men and women's entry predictions and more. All through January, heading into the Royal Rumble right here on my YouTube channel. So if you love the Royal Rumble, then you're going to love my Royal Rumble shows. I'm going to have an episode starting this Sunday. I'll have one next week. All the way heading into the Royal Rumble, we will have a Royal Rumble Top 10, followed by the pre and post show. So I was kind of bummed that I wasn't able to do a WWE Day 1 pre-show to kick off the new year, but I am going to do a Royal Rumble pre-show. The first WWE pre-show of 2022 will be the Royal Rumble, and that's going to air on Saturday, January 29th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, right here on Pro Wrestling 101 on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. So make sure you guys mark your calendars and join me for that. All right, guys, that concludes today's episode. I hope you enjoyed my Day 1 recap. And if you haven't already watched Day 1, go watch it right now on Peacock. Don't forget to check out the first WWE Friday Night SmackDown of 2022, live this Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Fox. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, will make his first appearance on Friday Night SmackDown in 2022 in his first appearance as the WWE Champion. Will Roman Reigns be live on SmackDown as well? Find out what's in store on the first SmackDown of 2022. Remember, SmackDown is the A brand on WWE. Before I leave you, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, for more WWE content. Have a great day. Enjoy WWE SmackDown, and I will see you next time. I'm WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale, and thank you for watching the WWE Day 1 recap show. Peace out, my brothers. Legendary Alex Cardinale here to announce the legendary Alex Cardinale subscriber giveaway presented by Texas Roadhouse. This giveaway is for all of you, all 16,000 of you subscribed to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. On Sunday, March 6th, 2022, I will be celebrating my 8th year as a YouTuber. I will be hosting my 8-year YouTube anniversary. And in order to celebrate that, I'm going to say thank you to my 16,000 subscribers by hosting a prize giveaway presented by Texas Roadhouse. The prize for this giveaway is a customized $75 Texas Roadhouse gift card signed by yours truly, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I will sign the gift card and send it your way. So here is how to enter this contest to win a $75 Texas Roadhouse gift card. Film a video discussing your favorite meal at Texas Roadhouse and your favorite video of mine and favorite thing about my YouTube channel. Now, if you have never eaten at Texas Roadhouse before, then just discuss your favorite video of mine and your favorite thing about my YouTube channel. Email the video to alexgoyankiecardinale19@gmail.com by March 1st, 2022. Anyone that is subscribed to my channel can enter. So I suggest entering so that you can have an all-exclusive entree, appetizer, and dessert, and maybe even a margarita at Texas Roadhouse, courtesy of the legendary Alex Cardinale. So enter right now. Deadline for entry is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. All video entries will be uploaded to my YouTube channel and the legendary Alex Cardinale subscriber giveaway playlist. Video with the most likes and views wins. The winner will be announced live on March 6th, 2022 during my 8-year YouTube anniversary. Good luck, everybody. Enter now. Remember, entry's deadline is March 1st. Stay legendary, everybody.